Well, hello, YouTube. Happy Eclipse Day, everybody. Let's see. We ain't there yet. It's, hang on. 1:49. The eclipse is supposed to start around 2, peak around 3:11, and be gone around 4:30. Something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. I figured today would be an awesome day to come out way back on a mountaintop and do a little bit of camping. Why not, right? If an eclipse isn't a good excuse, what is? I'm out here. I am literally been four-wheeling for about, drove for 30 minutes, been four-wheeling for about 40 minutes, something like that. And I am way back on a top of a mountain near the West Virginia Kentucky border, and that's West Virginia way up through there. I'm in Kentucky right now, but we should have a really great vantage point from here and should have a really great camping trip too. I brought me a half a rack of spare ribs, and I'm gonna set my little barbecue up and do her right. You know, I brought got some new camping toys as usual. Brought some stuff, thought I'd show it to you guys. Got some new toys. Sponsors sent us some stuff. Heather bought me a toy or two. So I'm gonna set up here. I'm gonna set up my little time lapse, I guess, first. I'll probably set him up over there somewhere. And I've got my big 10 by 10 canopy for tonight. It's not supposed to be cold. I mean, you can see I'm out in my t-shirt today. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spring weather. Winter's gone, guys. Winter's gone. Looks like, anyway. Hopefully he won't be sneaking back anytime soon. But I've got my big canopy, and I'm gonna set her up right there, and the truck docks with the canopy. That's my bed and stuff in there. And I'm gonna set this thing up. Like I said, I brought some really cool toys, so I'm gonna set this thing up really freaking nice. And this should be a fun trip. Cool, huh? What y'all think so far? Got my little time lapse going over there. It fell over, started it up, the wind caught it, knocked it over. Oh well, we got some pretty sky anyway, I guess. What y'all think? I am just about set up. I've got me some, I started to say shelter, but it's pretty hot, so we'll go with shade. We've got shade, and then later when it starts raining tonight, we'll have cover. But yeah, I brought me some toys too. Check that out. All kinds of stuff. Got my pull out, all that junk ready to go. Got for later, check this out, half a rack of ribs. I'm gonna barbecue here in a little while, fix some dinner, and I got some other stuff, you know, to go with it, you know, some sides, fix me a nice dinner, you know what I mean. But we're getting there. It's probably, not sure what the time is, but we've got to be getting close. But anyway, we've got, like I said, I've got a little bit of everything. I've got some new stuff I want to show y'all too. You know, the table. Heather got me the nice table. That little thing just folds up. It just, the top rolls up, and the whole bottom end of it's like, you know, accordion, and it just goes into a little bitty bag. The whole thing. It started. It's a getting going. It won't be long now. I've got the time lapse focused directly on it. So we should catch a really good, some real good video for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, sun's right dead center. Awesomeness. This is cool. I remember the other one a few years back. What, 6 years, 7 years ago? Heather and I, we had a little bit of had an eclipse party. You know, I had some friends and, you know, family over, that kind of thing. Had a big barbecue outside, and we had a big old comfy chair from KingCamp. And that's some of the stuff I wanted to show you too. They sent me some stuff. They sent me this stove here, and I'm going to be trying it out in a little while. That is really nice, isn't it? It pops up out of there. The burners do. When you close it, it all goes back down inside there. That is really sweet. I like that. 3 burners too. And they sent me a wicked nice sleeping bag. And it's another thing. It's sort of a blanket, I guess. The nearest thing I can think of, you know those padded furniture things you get from like U-Haul? You know, it's something along those lines, but it's also waterproof and all this kind of stuff, and it looks really freaking cool. So, but it's nice, man. I really like it. I really like it. And the sleeping bag is awesome too. Check this out. Check that out. Just the bag it goes in is wild. Check it out. It's a nice one too. But I like that, man. That is really cool. I'll show it to you in a little while. It looks really cool too. It's like waves and stuff, but it's really pretty. But it's also like a thick padded, almost like a furniture moving blanket, except it looks cool, and it's waterproof, and it's super soft. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So I figured I'd bring it today and use it as part of my bed setup. I'm going to redo that soon. I made it to fit, you know, a good size, like a twin, but I'm going to downsize it. I don't need that much room. And to be honest, when I did it, I was thinking horizontal space. What I needed to save was vertical space, because you can't sit, you know, that needs to be a little bit lower. And because of the wheel well, you can't make that end lower, so I'm going to have to redesign the thing. And, you know, it works. It fits perfectly, all that good stuff. But, I could do better, I think. I think I can do better. But I am officially ready. Bring it on. This is going to be fun. This is all going to be fun. It's already fun. What am I saying? This is already fun. I'm already having fun. Hope y'all enjoy this little video too. I hope y'all do. Wow, look at that jet flying right by it. I can see it starting to get a little bit darker. It looks like the sun is partially covered. Looks like about 10%. The jet flying by looks really cool on it. Check it out. The whole thing. Wind came by. I read that wind, you know, the wind gusts can get pretty high during an eclipse, and apparently they do. I was out here, phone, you know, happened to notice the phone was laying down, you know, doing the time lapse. Now, let me double check that. I went and set it back up. Came over here. Got the phone off the ground. Okay, let me get that bottom in. Sun's not quite centered. There we go. That's better. Anyhow, this was on the ground. About that time I turn around, the canopy comes up over the truck, lands here, and rolls over to here. I picked that up. I don't know if I got it on the time lapse or not, but whatever. So I took the top down, drug it over, and then flipped the canopy, took it back. I didn't stake it. It's my fault, you know, one of those deals, but whatever. Part of the adventure, right? Part of the adventure. Nah, it's not that bad. It ripped one of the panels, but I have a spare, so now I don't have a spare. Worst part of it is I got my seat wet. One of my seats, my comfy seat. It's my comfortable seat. I didn't notice it, but my coffee had dumped all over the seat. Figures, don't it? Figures. At least I got a spare. What'd I do with it? I have a spare chair here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Alright, we still got a place to sit. We're okay. But you gotta roll with the punches, don't you? But I'll give it a little while. I think I may let, before I put the top back on, I may wait till a little bit closer to evening. You know, let the wind die down. Just to be on the safe side. You know, where I'm way up on top of a mountain here. Like I said, I don't know the exact elevation, but it's fairly high. So there's going to be, if there's extra winds, they're going to be extra up here. The phone so far is okay. He's still standing. It's like 3 times it's fell. The wind's knocked it down like 3 times already. Yeah, it's still pretty windy, isn't it? It is still gusty. Very gusty. Big one just blow by and just all of a sudden out of nowhere. Just a really fast, I'm not even sure what speeds, but fairly quick. Well, it's about 5 o'clock now. The eclipse is gone. But I got my chair out in the sun, letting him dry out. It's almost dry. Right there. About the only wet part left. But I got my canopy back up. Broke a piece too. It broke. Right there. But I got it velcroed together so it can't go very far. And I get home. Got a little piece of metal, you know, along the sides and some white duct tape. You never even know it. Never know it was there. Fix him right up. But I got my bed started. I started on it anyway. We're about there, ain't we? Looking pretty comfy, ain't it? Pretty cozy. This is that thing I was telling you about, that throw. Now, let me spread this out here. Show you what it looks like. It's a great big ocean wave. You can see the big wave right here. How cool is that? Look at that thing. It's pretty big too. It has snaps on the side. You can make it into either a sleeping bag or a blanket, or you can use it as a pad, or, you know, like I was saying earlier, you know, just anything, you know. And it seems to be, if not waterproof, it's water resistant for sure. And you could even snap the sides up and turn it into a little sleeping bag if you need an extra one. But that is really cool. I like it. I very much do. I can see me getting some use out of that. It just looks cool. You know what I mean? I like cool looking things too. And, you know, it's multi-uses. I can see where there'd be, you know, a lot of things you could use that for. In the wintertime, you know, put it down right here on the bed. And it would keep, you know, the truck bed from, you know, the cold air, the cold truck bed away from you. You know, as a cover, as a sleeping bag. That is really cool. I like that. And it looks good too. And here's the sleeping bag that KingCamp sent me. Check that out. The bag that their bag comes in is nicer than my sleeping bags. The bag their bag comes in is better than mine. But I had it out and looked at it at the house. It looks really good. And it's one of them you can actually get back in the bag. Of course, I'm doing it, you know, one-handed. But I'll be using this puppy a little bit later and get him out and all that stuff. And they sent me the sleeping bag, KingCamp did. I think it was like right about freezing. You know, it's not like super cold duty, but it's pretty well down there, you know. It's pretty plush, very comfy. Look at that. Very warm looking. So I'll try that out tonight, and I'll be using that too. I'm going to use that as like a pad to go underneath my bed. Maybe I may use it. You know, it's going to be pretty warm tonight. I may use it as a blanket. You know, we'll just see how see how the night plays out, right? See how warm it actually is later. It's supposed to be mid to upper 50s, maybe 60, something like that. So, you know, we'll see. But either way, we got options, right? That's good. That's always a good thing. We got choices. But there's the stove, like I said, that they sent me. Now, how good does that thing look? I love the way the stove burners just pop up in it. That just looks really cool. And it's stainless and stuff too. It looks really good. I like it. It's a fine flame. And we'll have links for you guys for all of this stuff. For the stove, the throw, the sleeping bag. It's Gale 300 is what it is. Yeah. It's about 6 o'clock. I think it was 6:10 last time I looked. Yeah, 6:12. I'm pretty well set up. I'm still fighting the occasional wind gust. And it's definitely getting cloudier. Absolutely getting cloudier out there, isn't it? But we should be good. Once the sun goes down, I believe the wind will die down. And, you know, I'll be inside anyway. That's that sleeping bag. Look at that. It's long, too. It's longer than mine. I like that. Very comfy looking. I like the liner, too. It's got a nice liner. But I got my light ready. Should be, you know, ready to go in there. Got my light out here ready to go. Got a half a rack of ribs on. I'm going to have me some barbecued ribs and some stuffing and some loaded baked potato, mashed potatoes for dinner. Not too shabby, huh? Not bad for, you know, eclipse dinner, we'll call it. But yeah, she's just now getting warmed up, starting to drip a little bit. You tell them. You hiss at them, that's right. It's still pretty sunny right now. You can see some dark clouds all down through here. Pretty dark that way. The sun's, you know, sun's still out, but I don't think he will be much longer. And we're about to edge of dark. It's supposed to start raining. So we'll see how we do, right? I think we'll be all right. You know, I camped up here before in the rain, and it ain't going to be the first time I've camped in the rain, that's for sure. But I'm really looking forward to it once it gets dark. If it rains, I'll probably get out and play in it a little bit, maybe. Just for fun. It's because I ain't done it in a long time. That's a good reason. I have that mountain laurel there. See all them like different colored, kind of like little puffs on them. The whole place is covered with those, and they just smell super sweet. So the air just smells really, really good. I mean, not counting that, the air smells really good even before that. Just look at that. Does that not make your mouth water? Just looking at it. Imagine what it's like here smelling it. That looks insanely nice. I've already turned it twice. I'm putting a lot of barbecue on it and then heat it up and make it set like concrete and do it again. I like a thick, crispy coating on them. I don't know about y'all. I like mine, you know, really crispy. Just heard a Bigfoot somewhere over in the valley over there. Could have been a dog. I'm going with Bigfoot. About sunset. Look at that. How pretty is that? Beautiful, isn't it? like a big bird or something, don't it? Look at that. She's almost done. Just getting the other side a little bit more. Look how good that looks though. Check that out. It's gonna be a pretty decent meal, I do believe. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Perfect end to a really good day. And it ain't over with yet. It's just getting going, matter of fact. That's the cool thing about it. It's just getting going. I guess I need to go in here in a second and start my sides. Get them going. Ribs are almost done. They're plenty done enough to eat, but you know, let's go for perfect, right? So, I guess I've got my pots out and got water in them already. I guess I need to fire them up and cool. That is nice. I like that. That is really easy. Instantly lit. No doubt we're not eating any coffee right now. It just looked cool. What can I say? It looked cool sitting there. I forgot the butter for the stuffing. When you know it, last time I made corn on the cob and fried chicken up here, and I forgot to bring the water, so I had to cook my corn in rainwater. I caught rainwater running off the tent and cooked my corn in the rainwater. As soon as those get going good, we'll get our sides going, and they get done. Now, still got a little bit of wind going, don't we? A little windy. There we go with the sides. Okay, I'm gonna go get the ribs. I'll be right back. I dropped it. No, I didn't. Look at that. Y'all see it? What do you think? Not too shabby for up on a mountaintop, huh? Alright. Time for the... Let me make sure we got it set. There we go. Time for the important part. That'll turn a camping trip into something else. Man, that is delicious. Look at that. That is really good. Okay, the stuffing without butter still tastes like stuffing. The mashed potatoes are really good. It does taste like a baked potato. But I'm not wasting my time with the sides. I'm not here for that. Okay. I need a paper towel. And I will see you guys after dinner. And just like that, it goes from barbecue mode, flip the top back, throw a Duraflame log in there, and now it's a fire pit. Ha! Feels nice though. A little bit of warm air. It's not cold. It's, you know, upper 60s, something like that, mid 60s. Somewhere in that ballpark, but it's not too bad. It just felt good. The charcoal's already lit. All I had to do was drop the Duraflame log on top of it, and it took right off. Okay, it's easy enough. Just kind of rolling with it, enjoying the evening, waiting for nighttime. Not really sure why I'm waiting for nighttime, but we are. You know, not like anything's going to change. The view, well, lack thereof. You can't, I'm sure, up here on middle of nowhere, you probably can't see more than, you know, 10 feet away from the fire. Yeah, soak up a little bit of that. Feels really good. That's what it is about campfires, you know. You're not camping until you have a campfire, right? I've actually said that. And I've heard that for years. And I've actually said it myself. It's just not the same, is it? Until you have a fire, it's just not the same, is it? Okay, I've got some extra light on. So hopefully you guys can see. I can see pretty good with just that little one right there is all I've been using. I always like natural firelight, you know. Which I got my little campfire still going outside, but I'm inside getting ready to watch a movie. Heather downloaded she said 4 movies, and she said that they're all, you know, like eclipse, celestial related, you know, themed, eclipse themed kind of movies. So I'm kind of curious to see what she got me. She's been known to, I remember one time I went camping, she had me, she had several movies. One was campers being eaten by Bigfoot, and one was campers being eaten by aliens, and one was campers being killed by hillbillies. I told her that last one didn't worry me. I'm like one of them. That last one didn't scare me. You know, the aliens, not too much. I figure if they can come all this way, they're probably pretty smart. And the Bigfoot thing, I don't know. I think if I see me a Bigfoot, what would you do? I think I'd be more curious than anything. I've never heard of anybody getting killed by Bigfoot. But I've got me some snacks, got me some hot coffee, and still got my cherry pie. I haven't broken into it yet. Still working on that orange dreamsicle Faygo. It's really good, but man, it's a big bottle. But I like my stove, man. It looks really good, don't it? That is just pretty sitting there. It just looks really good. We got Alien versus Predator, King of the Lost World, giant monster movie. Firequake. I'm guessing that has to do something celestial. You know, the sun got too close. This one, it doesn't say what the name is. Let me see if I can. No. Going to check properties and see if it might say, but it doesn't. Anyway, we're all set up inside here. Got my little light up there. I got a battery bank hooked into it, so it's got its own little battery, but it don't last long. So I just hook it into a little power pack, and got plenty light inside. And And I got this one out here, but I turned that one on too for when I was videoing, so you can see better. You can actually see in here really good. But like I said, without it, I can see fine. When it was, you know, just hanging out, got dark, that right there was all I had on. That's my little fire maple lantern. That is pretty, isn't it? Aliens are attacking. The government knew about it all along. I knew they were hiding information about aliens. I knew it. Well, we're doing pretty good. It's about 11 o'clock. The wind is completely gone. And just finished watching a movie. Had that blanket thing, that wrap. And I just put it in the chair and just kind of wrapped it around, snapped it. That was super snuggly. You know what I mean? Very comfy. Very comfy. But it wasn't. I thought it was Alien versus Predator, but it wasn't. It was a movie called Alien Predator. So, decent, you know. I'd give it a 6.5. But I still got a little bit of a Duraflame log going out here in the fire pit. So I still got me a little bit of a fire going out here. But that'll cook down. It's just one Duraflame log in. That's all it is. And he'll cook down in a couple hours. But I guess I may as well go on in and head in. Get situated, get ready to call it a night, watch a little TV, and get ready to call it a night. So I guess I'll get stuff set up in there and move inside, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, what do you think, guys? Not too shabby, huh? Got my little light back here, and I'm all inside, and got my little candle going, little ambiance. And, you know, just kind of, it's not cold, but just kind of level off the temperature, so to speak. It's, hang on. According to this, it's about 58. So, it's not cold or anything like that. Get comfy. Get my little bed. There ain't a whole lot of room. Wow. I think I'll sleep pretty good tonight. That is really comfy, man. That is plush. All right. Let's see what we got. Got a mosquito is what I got. Get out of here. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to turn the light off in here and turn it on out there to get the mosquitoes out of here. Figures, don't it? Oh well. I guess there are worse problems to have, I suppose. Alright. We'll see y'all in the morning. Good night, everybody. And y'all have a good night. I hope your bed's as comfy as mine is. Put it that way. See you in the morning. Good morning. It was a really quiet night last night. I slept really good though. I slept all the way right through the night. I think I woke up once, just kind of glanced out and, you know, looking at the stars and stuff, and, you know, a little bit of light from the fire till it went out, you know. But anyway, yeah, the sleeping bag did awesome. It's very, very comfortable. Very, you can see it's very soft. It just looks very comfortable, doesn't it? But it's very warm and cozy. It's very fancy. Very fancy. It's got the upper thing built onto it. And it's longer than all of my other sleeping bags. I like that. You can stretch out in this one and cover your head up. All that good stuff, right? Let's curl up and hide from the world. Look at this. Let me show y'all something. That's the view out my window this morning. And the same on the other side. And I guess I'm gonna have to get up, I suppose. Yeah, all right, guys. Roll out of here. Now we're up and moving. Working on priorities, right? Top priority, coffee. I like my little camper. I really do. It did well. The sleeping bag, very, very comfortable. I'm very impressed with it. You can see how much longer it is than my old ones. That's a good 8 inches, so 10 inches longer than mine, than the ones I have. That is really nice. You know, you can stretch out in the thing, and it's very comfortable. I'm very impressed with it. That's definitely, I started to say probably, the nicest sleeping bag I've ever seen. That is definitely the nicest sleeping bag I've ever seen. Started to say probably. No, it ain't probably. It is. It is. But, yeah. Thank you, KingCamp. I liked all three of your... I liked, well, your chair, too, 4. The chair's under there, too. So they're under there, too. That and the chair came from them. The heat, the stove, and the sleeping bag as well. All right, come on, coffee. I ain't got all day. Yeah, you're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. We're there, actually. We're close enough. I've got time to be waiting all day. All right, I'm going to get off here, guys. Get me some coffee. And, well, before we do that, let's just take a look. Show y'all. Didn't rain, so there's no mist, you know, down in the valleys and stuff. There's the sun trying to come up. Beautiful day. Be a beautiful day in hillbilly country, that's for sure. It won't be long now, will it? We'll have us some breakfast here in a minute. Yeah, you do your thing. That's right, little bacons. Just fry your little hearts out. Got me a couple eggs over there. Hot coffee. That's a priority right there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. I can smell, you know, bacon frying. I love the smell of bacon cooking. See, ladies, that's what I was saying. You know, you use bacon grease on your face, you'll smell delicious. Makeup products, beauty tips from Leo. I'll get it right in a minute. Beauty tips from Leo. Bacon grease. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks like breakfast. Not too shabby, huh? The eggs, I had to poach them. I thought there would be enough oil from the bacon for the eggs, but apparently not. That's okay. We'll eat healthy this time. And pepper. What you think, guys? Looks decent, don't it? Don't slide out the plate trying to show it to you. It's breakfast time. That'll make you grin right there, won't it? Guess I could turn the stove off. Come on. That is how you start off a camping trip right there. Like a happiness. Like a plate full of happiness right there. Well, breakfast is over. That was pretty darn good, if I may say so myself. But I figure it's probably, before I get started packing up or anything, I probably need to mention a couple things. You know, I was coming out with the intention of doing reviews on some of these things, so I may as well go ahead and kind of sum up what I thought, basically, my little review. As far as KingCamp's products, you know, the chair they sent me before, I already did a review on it. Love the thing. Love it. Super easy setup. Great product. Their stove. Now, this is the one that they sent us here for this trip. This right here is the Fine Flame. I mentioned it last night. This is the Fine Flame 3-burner stove from KingCamp. And it does really good. Okay, first you got 3 burners. It's a little bit longer than your standard, the standard green Coleman's. A little bit longer, a little bit wider. But when you close it, that goes down inside there. I like that. And the way it just kind of raises up out of there adds a whole new cool factor to it. So, yeah, big hit. Love it. 5 stars. Love it. The little blanket thing they sent me, the little wrap, I'm not really sure what the correct term for it is, but this puppy, this is something I didn't even know I needed, guys. This thing came in super handy last night when it wasn't cold. It was low 50s, whatever. You know, just chilly, just a little bit chilly. And you just take the snaps, you just throw it over you, and you snap it the way you want it. If it, a sleeping bag, you have to zip it. It follows, the zipper, right? You can snap the snaps anywhere you want to snap the snaps. And I just had it wrapped around the chair when I was watching movies last night. I just had it, wrapped around me and snapped it in the front. And I mean, brother, I was super comfortable and just snug as a bug sitting here watching movies. And I done told you that is something I did not even know I needed. But it crumples down, compact. You can put it, back in the baggie. It's very, very small. And it's padded. When you take it out, it just poof and puffs right back up. That is awesome. Love it. The sleeping bag. I think we've already pretty much covered the fact that I really like the Gale 300 sleeping bag. It's longer. It's a little bit thicker. Probably a little bit better insulated than all of my other sleeping bags. I have 4. And this is definitely the best of mine. The ones I've got. This is the best. So, I give them props for that too. But yeah, it's soft and comfortable, and I mean, just the inside is like super, super plush. You know, it's just warm and snuggly, and you know, you're just wrapped up in this little cocoon. And I mean, that, yeah, it'll knock you out if you ain't careful. They should have like a sedative warning on here somewhere. You know, will knock your butt out if you ain't careful. So that's what I think about the sleeping bag. Like it too. So yeah, KingCamp's products, all of them, loved everything. Great job, guys. I highly recommend them. I really do. I highly recommend the stove. This thing was just mind-blowingly. I didn't even know I needed it. And they sent it to me. I didn't know what it was until I got it, to be honest. When they'd sent it, they sent 2 links for the sleeping bag. So I was under the impression for a minute that there was 2 sleeping bags, and then I noticed the other one said blanket. Well, wait a minute, no. And then so I had no idea what I was getting until it actually got to the house. All right, I've got everything packed up, loaded back in the truck, and pretty much ready to head out. Been a fun little trip, that's for sure. I hope the Eclipse video turns out okay. I really do. I hope that turns out good. I did a time lapse on the Apple phone, and hopefully you'll be able to see something. But I did want to show y'all one more thing on the way out. Remember I told you I had to drive through the trees and push my way through? Check this out. Got loaded up just in time. It's just now starting to rain just a little bit. Bye-bye, pretty view. Okay, mud hole, hang on. I'll show you this. Brings me out to the main trail right here. I've got about 3-4 miles worth of dirt road to get back out to a paved road and then start heading back toward the house. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all coming along. Very much appreciate y'all coming along. Hope you enjoyed the little trip. Hopefully the Eclipse video turned out pretty good, but I guess even if it didn't, man, that barbecue looked really good, didn't it? It tastes better than it looked too. I put a real heart on that. I'm nocturnal. Heather says I'm nocturnal. I eat at night, and so I didn't eat a whole lot of my breakfast. I ate most of it, but still, the ribs last night, that stuff was just spectacular. I just destroyed it really bad. But anyway, guys, I guess I better get on out of here. I've still got a little ways to go to get back out to the main road. So I guess we'll see you guys a little bit later. Y'all have a really good day. We'll see you next time. Leo out.